right, hello and welcome to the next episode of Good Games, Good Drinks podcast. I almost forgot her name. You have Bryce here, aka this is Ekyurb, with Marcus, aka M.111, and Lawrence, aka Your Shyness. So as we do every episode, we jump into our what are we drinking? Or what do we suggest to drink? Let me throw it over to Lawrence. Just took a swig or something, so let me go to Marcus.
What the heck? What? I don't understand that. Why? Okay, cool. Because he clearly has his drink ready, and I'm just okay. So it's morning. If you guys don't know, you know, y'all know because y'all here. But if y'all outside listening, y'all don't know. It's morning right now. So I'm drinking. I was trying to think of like something like grand and like prolific to say, but it's apple juice. I'm drinking apple juice. You can't see it because my cup is, not translucent or clear, but it's apple juice is in this cup. You don't have to believe me, but it is. Can I do it?
Oh, don't pour it out. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can see it's apple juice. Not mine.
What kind of cup is that? It looks like a jar.
It's a
jar.
It's a jar. What the? It's
like a.
Define a jar.
Yeah,
it looks like it should have like a sealed top on there, like
a Pringles can.
Yeah.
Why you got this? My cup. It's a salmon cup.
Yeah, I mean
the color. No.
Yeah, salmon. Yeah.
Salmon. It's a salmon cup. Yeah.
Okay.
So one of the
I got nothing to say because I wasn't gonna hate on the cup, but I guess Lawrence.
Right, it's just a cup. What you want me? What kind of cup would you prefer me to have? You want me to get another cup?
No.
What's wrong with my cup? No. Okay. Yeah. So one of the original OG morning drink staples, apple juice. Nothing special.
All right, that works. All right, Lawrence, what are you drinking?
So since it is morning, and I'm a bit of a health nut sometimes, part time. I'm starting my morning off with some sparkling water. This particular flavor is black raspberry. I got the Kirkland brand because I was at Costco.
Okay.
But there's like another one called Sparkling Ice. That's the one that got me started on it. It's like, it tastes like there's sugar, but there's no sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So, pretty good.
So, is that like a morning drink, sparkling water? Or is that like a breakfast thing?
No.
I've never heard of that before.
So sparkling water, as some people have called it, it's just water with bubbles, mineral water, Perrier. This just has a flavor. Yeah. You drink it instead of water, it's fine.
Yeah, but it's still water though. It's just tingles.
Yeah,
because you said it's morning, so I don't know. I thought there was like
because my choices are either good delicious drinks that I drink in the mornings and afternoons, or when it's time to have the nighttime show, pull out the hard stuff off the shelf. Okay,
so morning mean like chill. So I'm just drinking water in the morning.
Like it's AM, so I'm not gonna start doing shots.
I mean, it's 5:00 somewhere in the world.
Yeah, not with that attitude.
Now, if I had somewhere to go, like if I was still in the place I just left, I would do shots right now because it's time to go party.
I mean, you don't gotta get drunk, right? You can still have a little.
When you get a little buzz, it's like, let's go do something.
Yeah.
Why waste it?
I mean, if you're just like doing just one shot, I mean,
one shot means I need to go do something now. I feel like doing something.
This sounds like a precursor because Bryce is about to take a shot and he doesn't want us to judge him.
No. No, I'm just making
like after I have a drink, I'm like, let's go. We have to do something. I'm not gonna sit down. It's not rest time.
So do you? You don't like drink to chill? Like you drink to party?
I drink to do something. So like I won't drink and then sit down and watch a movie. I'll drink and sit.
So you gotta.
I have to do an activity of some kind.
So like your drinking at home is like pre-gaming. So you gotta like your drinking is pre-gaming for something else.
Yeah, I have to do something. Like doesn't matter what it is. I have to go expend some energy in some way after drinking.
Interesting.
That is interesting. Yeah.
So every time you see me take a drink, I have to go do something.
You have a plan to do some activity outside or inside.
Yeah. Outside, inside activity. It's something.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, on my side, this week I don't actually have a drink in my hand, but I do have a drink that I want to add to my wish list, or that I do have on my wish list. So, for folks who do or don't know, one of my dream countries of visiting is South Korea, specifically Seoul, Korea. And in Seoul, Korea, they have a kind of a sweet vodka that they have that people drink there called soju.
I love soju.
Yeah,
I love soju.
Yeah, it's like a rice wine, rice vodka. So I think for next episode, I'm going to actually get a bottle of that and then bring it to it and then do a little taste test. Because from what I've read, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So for this week, it's on my wish list, soju, Korean vodka, essentially. And next week, I'm going to have an actual bottle of soju to drink and taste test on the podcast. So for the listeners,
I'm gonna get one
come
too.
back. Yeah. Okay. Come back next week and we'll have a little taste test. Well, I'll have a little taste test and then I'll share my thoughts. So be on the lookout for that, or listen out for that next week. So a little different, but all right. So jumping into our topics. So there's a couple of big games. Well, a big game released recently. A game that I'm not really into personally, but I know like half the world is, and that is God of War Ragnarok. Most likely is going to end up being Game of the Year for 2022. I can almost guarantee it because all the ratings that I've seen has been either 10 or 10. So, shouts out to the developers there for releasing a solid game. But from a topic standpoint, I mean, PlayStation, Marcus, what's going on with God of War? What do you got to say? Have you played it yet? Are you getting it, or is it in the backlog?
It technically doesn't come out until the 9th, so it's not.
Oh, that is true. That is very true.
Yet,
that's
but
very true. Yeah,
they're like somehow, not somehow, but there was a leak. It leaked again.
Yeah.
Like some stores were leaked, right?
Yeah.
Some stores, I don't know what some stores or a store, but people got their hands on a copy like 2 weeks before release, and people were playing it and throwing up spoilers and all this other good bad stuff that people normally do. But I haven't pre-ordered it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm gonna buy it. I feel like I have to buy it, otherwise my PlayStation card will be.
Or just buy it when it first come out.
If it goes on sale or if it's free on the PlayStation thing, I probably will buy it then. Like the last God of War with the boy, like I didn't buy that until it was free. So
okay,
I feel like I may hold up, but I feel bad because like me being the PlayStation guy, like I feel like I'm obligated to have to play it and want to play it and be looking forward to play it.
Yeah.
But I don't like my gaming time is,
and it's not your genre.
But what is my genre? What's my genre?
Shooters. You love shooters.
Okay. Yeah. Is Final Fantasy a shooter?
No, but that's like the exception. Because you don't like Final Fantasy, you like a couple of Final Fantasies.
Okay.
Because I love how Lawrence is saying what you like,
He
That's all I'm
has.
asking.
It's like, no, you don't like that. You like this.
Well, because so like Marcus loves 10 and like maybe 14, but
7.
like and 7. But I'm like, if you like Final Fantasy, like then 3 is a big one, 9 is a big one.
I didn't play those, so it's not that I don't
People
like them. I
hate
just
13 and
play them.
13 too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but we all played it.
No, I didn't play it. I didn't play those.
So it's like it's funny because the ones that Marcus loves are the ones I didn't play.
That's crazy. Yeah, that is crazy. Okay, I don't think is Metal Gear, like Metal Gear is one of my favorite series. I don't think that's necessarily classified as a shooter.
Metal Gear is in a field all its own. Like, you do everything in Metal Gear. Like, it's stealth, it's shooter, it's goofy.
It's an action game.
It's an action. So I think more so if I'm not playing like, if I'm not like just mindlessly like just playing like PvP or like a what's them games like what's I know it's not, I'm not play Fortnite, but what classifies like what
Apex?
genre is Fortnite? Apex, what
Battle
is that? Battle Royale.
Arena.
If it's not a battle royale, like I don't really, or Destiny, I don't really have like my time is just so limited. I don't have time to sit there and go through a whole story and get invested in a game. Because if I play a game, I like it, but then I have stuff that I have to do in this other game that I have only a week to do it, then I'm gonna get back to the original game that I started playing, and I'm gonna forget what I'm supposed to be doing. So then I gotta like low key go back to the beginning, to the tutorial of the game to figure out, okay, how do I do this? What am I supposed to be doing? Yeah. So I don't know. But going back to the original question, God of War Ragnarok, like I can't play it during February because that's where I'm gonna play Deathloop. Is there like a Greek mythology month that I can set aside time to play?
No, you can make up one. Hey, March is something.
Well, Mars.
That's good.
Making
good.
that connection.
That's good. Yeah. All right, so March, I'm gonna play. I played the first one too, like not the first one, but the one with the boy. I played that one. I didn't beat it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm conflicted.
Funny story. I like God of War. I didn't play that one.
The one with the boy.
Because my Kratos died. Like, I died with him. Like, I played 1 and 2 and 3 and I died. And I watched the credits and I didn't quite die. I'm like, I'm done.
Maybe that's why, because I'm not like the story. I'm not invested with the story because it's not. I don't know, it's different. So I gotta like reacclimate myself to the whole thing. I think that's it.
Now, funny segue. That's the reason why me and Zelda got beef. Because they didn't go 1, 2, 3.
They never go 1, 2, 3 though.
Exactly, and this was the
So
first
how do you
2.
have beef?
The first 2. Anyway, I digress. Continue.
Okay. I mean, I did buy God of War, so Lawrence, if you want, I can mail it to you.
I have it.
Oh.
I own the game.
I played the first like half hour or something. First hour.
And it just wasn't for you.
It didn't
grab you.
It didn't grab me.
Like, I buy games because I want to support, and I'm like, this. It came out when I had the PlayStation 4, and I was like super into, PlayStation. So I bought all the exclusives. I didn't play most of them. I just had them. That's why I have an unopened copy of Grand Theft Auto. Like, there was a sale. It was like, if you buy it on PlayStation, you get these Shark Bucks. I'm like, I don't even know what those are, so I'll just buy it.
Shark Bucks?
Shark Bucks, whatever those dollars were.
I thought you were talking about. Never mind.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't want to watch the spoilers, but I feel like maybe if I watch some of it, then maybe that'll get me interested to want to play it. But then again, I don't want spoilers, so like I said, I'm conflicted.
Yeah, I definitely did watch the spoilers. I'm not gonna say
For
what
God
they
of
were.
War? Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not gonna play it anyway.
Yeah,
So
you're
I'm
not
just
gonna play
interested.
it.
Like, oh, what's going on?
Mhm.
So yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to go into it. But
From watching the spoilers or watching what you said, would you recommend people to play the game?
I mean, if you like God of
If it's
War,
what they
yeah.
like, if they like God of War,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
If you don't like God of War, it's the same old, then you should just
pretty much, yeah.
okay. For me, it's about that whole like that grasp. It didn't grasp you, so
Yeah.
But word on the street is there was another game that did grasp you.
Oh, are we segueing? I mean,
I
like
guess so.
for me, the story is big. Like for whatever reason, I just didn't necessarily care about God of War's story. It probably is an amazing story, and it is an amazing game, but it just didn't like capture me just story wise. But I did play Deathloop, and Deathloop captured me from a story perspective because I love sci-fi just in general. More so than fantasy. So just the story of like this time loop and investigating what caused the time loop, what's all about, and managing the game mechanics of the time loop to your advantage.
Was it an immediate grasp, or did you have to like power through a little bit just to get to it, or like as soon as you start playing, like, okay, yeah, this is it?
I mean, I was always interested in how are they going to explain this time loop thing. So I was always kind of like into it. When I first started, the one thing that really stood out to me is, at least like in the first act, let's call it, the humor did seem forced a little bit. Where if I played like Borderlands, they're just funny. It just felt like the humor came naturally. But I felt like some of the dialogue in Deathloop, it was kind of like forced humor, and that kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. But later on in the game, I got kind of used to it, and then there were some like genuinely funny parts in it. Again, using the time loop to your advantage, you can kind of beat bosses without even fighting them. And then there's like dialogue that happens while you're on the map trying to find another boss, and then like an explosion happens like on the other side of the island. But oh yeah, I did that. And then just the stuff like that was kind of cool. And then actually, I mean, while playing Deathloop, I was thinking about it, and I was like, this is like the game mechanics of a time loop is exactly like a Mario. So if you think about Mario in the sense of like having lives, and then if you lose lives, you go back to stage one. That's essentially a time loop, right? So like there's like checkpoints. So if you die, you go back to a checkpoint. That's essentially what Deathloop is. It's just they kind of like mask it in this morning, noon, afternoon, evening like time. But essentially, you have 3 lives, and if you use up your 3 lives, you go back to the beginning. That's essentially what it is. I thought it was kind of cool. One of the frustrating things though in the beginning that I just had to get used to the game mechanics was in the first day, you can't save any weapons, you can't save any trinkets, you can't save anything. And I didn't realize that. And I was like, man, this game's gonna suck if I can't save anything. And I'm gonna have to go back to the beginning and kind of like
get
do
everything
things over again. So that was something to get used to. Like in the morning, you wake up on the beach, you have nothing, and then you get through the morning, then it's noontime, and it's like, oh, I gotta do that all over again. And then you gotta get through that, and then you get to a point in the game where you can kind of start what they call infuse items. And if you infuse it stays with you through each time. So once you get to that point, that's when like the fun really starts to happen, because you can start to collect weapons, upgrade weapons, have special abilities and all that. That's when stuff starts to kick in.
Did not get to that point.
And another kind of fun semi-unique aspect of the game was Juliana. So for those who don't know, like you play as Colt. Colt is the main character. He's kind of stuck in this time loop, trying to figure out what's going on. And then from the moment you wake up on a beach, Juliana is trying to kill you.
Talking, yeah.
And you don't know why. So there could be a moment where you go into a boss, like a visionary, was essentially a boss, and you have all your items, and then all of a sudden you have this alert. It's like Juliana's out to kill you. And then, like, literally, Juliana, like, out of nowhere, in the most inopportune times, can show up randomly and then start to attack you. I thought that was a unique game element that they included. That anybody.
And that's another player too, like another human person, right?
Yeah, it can be
playing that character. Okay,
it can either be the computer. If you play in the first-person mode or friend mode, it can be your friend. Or it could be just somebody random jumping into your game and then trying to kill you. I thought that was
I did
a unique element, because when I
never got to that point again, but I
really?
knew that was in there. Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah,
no.
Like the first time that happened, I was kind of like, I didn't know what to do, because I was inside of a building, like doing my normal exploring, and then all of a sudden an alert popped up. It's like Juliana's on the hunt. I'm like, oh, what does that mean? And then I was in the inside. As soon as I got outside, she was there with like a rifle. I was like, oh man. But I was ready though. I had my shot.
Oh, okay.
So I killed her. I killed her pretty quickly actually. Like the first time you meet her, she moves a little bit faster than like the other basic enemies. It is a little bit of a challenge the first time you see her, but the more and more you see her, the more and more you kind of realize like how to upgrade your gun to kind of beat her more quickly. So yeah, I can talk about Deathloop for a while.
So you liked it? You liked it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would rate it an 8. Like overall, give it an 8.
Did it get to the point, like, were you Juliana, or is that like a special mode that you have to go into to be Juliana to go in somebody else's game?
Yeah, once you get to a certain point in the game, it kind of unlocks another mode where you can actually be Juliana and then jump into other people's games.
Did you do that?
Not yet.
No? Okay.
But yeah, that's interesting too.
Okay.
An interesting take on it.
February. I'm gonna try it. I'll try it in February.
What else? Something else. Oh, and then from a time loop perspective, this is my second official time loop game that I played.
Okay.
The other one was 12 minutes.
Yes.
And 12 minutes was fairly like the story, the way it ended, like ruined the entire game for me. So this is definitely an upgrade in terms of like the the time loop concepts. So yeah, I'd recommend it. You got to at least get through like the first time
day. Okay.
The first day, yeah. And then it starts to kind of like pick up. So. And like, I also realized that as I was playing it, it felt like there's some parts of the game reminded me of Fallout, and I was like, why does this remind me of Fallout? And I was like, wait a minute, oh, Bethesda. Like Bethesda makes Fallout. So so I imagine they're going to use some of the assets from Deathloop and Fallout when they eventually get to it in like a million years. But
they still have to recover from Fallout 76.
Yeah, because right now they're focused on Starfield, and then after Starfield it's going to be Elder Scrolls 6, and
it's whatever Microsoft says.
And then hopefully after that it'll be Fallout 5. So we're probably looking at like another 7 years before we see Fallout 5, but we'll see.
No, I just looked at my gaming calendar. So February is pretty much wide open. So
okay,
I'm definitely gonna play Deathloop in February.
Yeah. And it's one of those games where if stealth is your style, you can play stealth. Stealth is my style. You can play stealth, or if you want to run and gun and be Rambo, you can do that too. So I like the flexibility there.
I got to the part like I don't even know if you remember because you beat the game, but the part at the beginning where they pretty much tell you can do either, like there's like a river, so you can either go down in the river if you want to do stealth, or you can go up on the hill if you wanted to.
Oh, like as in the tunnel.
Yeah. Like like that. That's at the near the very beginning of the game. It's like the little words that are on the screen that you have to read. I don't see it.
Yeah. And then you kind of figure out like who. Is it me saying those words, or is it someone else like in my brain saying those words? Like you got to like figure that out too.
Okay, but it's a good story though. Like once
it's
you
a lot of
once you get past the tutorial, the story is good.
The one thing I didn't like, and this is a little bit of a spoiler. They didn't explain too much about the time loop, which I think they're gonna open it up for a sequel. Just by the way it ended, but I wish they would have explained more about the time loop. I'll just leave it at that.
So they left you with questions so that they can possibly answer them in Deathloop 2.
Yeah, and I think even yeah. So I think like even with like the ending that I had, and I went to YouTube to look at the other two endings. I feel like all three endings opens it up for a sequel.
So what makes the different endings different? Like, is it different stuff that you do throughout the game unlocks the different endings, or if you get to a certain
like the last scene, you have an option. You have an option to do
three different
one
things.
thing.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, I was just saying like different things. Okay.
Yeah, so if you do one thing, it cuts to one ending.
Mm-hmm.
If you do another thing, it cuts to a different ending. If you do like a couple of different things, it cuts to a different ending. So it kind of depends what kind of player you are. Like,
if this came out before the game or before the time of like videos, like back in the day, you would just have to play the game again and do the other endings if you wanted to see what the other things were.
That would infuriate me.
But the thing is, like with the time loop though,
you can just go back.
Like once you have all the knowledge that you need to do what you need to do, well, essentially you need to kill all the bosses in one day. That's what you got to do. So once you get to that point where you're able to kill all the bosses in one day, you can beat the game and then go back to the morning and then beat the game again. Because once you get to that point, killing all the bosses in one day, like maybe takes, I don't know, maybe an hour, maybe to beat all the bosses in one day. So you could theoretically see all the endings in like a few hours.
Okay,
just
crazy.
Based on how the time loop works and like where you're at in the game. So,
all right.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, shouts out for Bryce for providing the Deathloop review after I bought the game 18 years ago.
Yeah. And, I mean, the thing is, like, given your initial review of the game, if I had to pay for Deathloop, I wouldn't have played it. But because it was on Game Pass, it was like a no risk thing. I can just fire it up, like essentially for free.
My initial review was like I couldn't get through it to, like I said, it might be a good game. I just didn't get to the point to where I can play the game. That's it. Like that, I don't know if it was. It's just the way it looks, like the whole first person like hand thing. Like I've never been a fan of those type of games. Like I think BioShock, like the way BioShock is, like I play BioShock, I'm like I can't do. I don't know if it I think it made me sick too when I played BioShock for some reason. Like just the way the motion was.
Motion sickness, yeah.
So I don't know, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna play Deathloop in February. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, at least.
Are you gonna roll credits?
I would say at least try to get through the first day.
Yeah, I'm a roll credits because I don't have, like, I looked at my schedule, my calendar. Like I have no other games that I'm gonna be locked into playing in February.
Yeah.
So I have time and opportunity. So what's gonna happen?
Everything I'm looking for is coming out like February.
Yeah.
Mine is like I have one game that I'm gonna talk about later. It comes out the end of February, but we're good. I got a clear runway to hate it.
So I guess talking about games that come out in February, Lawrence, what's going on with Forspoken?
So I actually watched a few trailers of Forspoken, and it made me pre-order the game. I was gonna buy it, I was gonna play it, but I'm like, I really like this game, so now I have it queued up to come onto my PlayStation 5.
Time out.
Yeah.
So you pre-ordered it, but you pre-ordered the digital version, right?
Yeah.
Can somebody explain to me? Yeah,
Wait.
yeah. No, okay, I'll let you go. Go ahead.
No, I was like, huh?
If you make me explain, it's gonna get real racist. So
No, what? No, I thought because you only have the digital version of the PlayStation. How's that racist? I want to hear this racist explanation.
Yeah.
What's going on? Because so I don't pre-order digital games. Like I don't buy digital games, but I have a digital PlayStation, and I don't have to pre-order a digital game.
Right.
But I pre-ordered this digital game because she's black.
Okay.
She's a black girl from New York. And
that's what that was gonna be my initial question. Like, what's the point and purpose of pre-ordering a game? Like, I've never understood that, because it's not like you're gonna like miss out and it's not gonna sell out. So
I mean, you get, if you're gonna buy the game when it releases, if you pre-order it, you get like a little bit of extra flair.
Maybe a new gun.
Like
costume.
What game? There was a game where like if you pre-ordered it, you got something special, and no one could ever get it. It's just like stuff that you could put on. Usually,
that's just a personal preference for me, because like I don't really care about like cosmetics and skins and all that stuff like that. That really doesn't appease to me. So I don't.
It doesn't until I see something that I'm like, ooh. Like when we played Fortnite, if I had to be that default character, I would have been upset. But for some reason, I guess since my PlayStation is connected to a little guy who plays it, I had a thing. I was like, okay, I can deal with this.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. So, Forspoken, you pre-ordered it. What did you see that made you pre-order it, besides the fact that she's black?
Well, so it's a fantasy game, and the type of like anime I watch is called isekai. So it's someone from one world transporting to another to be the hero of that world. And this is kind of that same idea. So it's a girl from New York, and she just wakes up in this world with magic, and there's demons everywhere, and I'm like, okay, I'm interested now, because you've connected something that I already like with something that I had said that I would have enjoyed supporting, because we need more roles like this. Hopefully, I don't know what they did with her character development. I haven't heard her say anything. I just see her tearing stuff up with magic. So hopefully they don't mess this up.
There was a like an ad or like a teaser trailer with her dialogue, and people pretty much panned it because like the tone of her dialogue didn't match the tone of like the video that was being shown. Like she was like saying like humorous stuff, but like it was like pretty dark.
To be honest, I kind of would like that dynamic, because I like those kinds of girls who are a little off. Like,
okay,
you need to be able to laugh at things that other people cringe.
Okay. But yeah, if you haven't seen that, go check that out. That was trending on Twitter a couple months ago. It was just like the tone was just off. Yeah,
I need to find that. But yeah, I'm excited about this game now. So I'm like, that is the game I'm gonna play in February 1st, before any of the other ones that come out. Even though like there's a couple bangers coming out in February.
All right. I'm still waiting on. I have my PlayStation 5 fund. It's just sitting. It's there. You know, I have it. I'm ready to pull the trigger. I'm just waiting on that one game that forces me to buy a PlayStation 5. I haven't come across that game yet. And I honestly, like, I don't know. Just looking at games that are coming out next year,
I don't see it.
I don't know if there's a game next year that's gonna like, say like this is the game that I need a PlayStation 5 for.
PlayStation's been lackluster on the games. That make
I'd say maybe Spider-Man.
What about
2.
Spider-Man? That's what I was about to say.
That's
yeah,
like
Spider-Man.
that's like the one. But I can't. I'm scrolling through right now, and I don't really see much for next year for me, at least.
Yeah, like.
Yeah. So I'm still waiting on the PS5, but I do have I have the fund. I have a PS5 fund. It's just what game is there to push me to actually buy it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still waiting.
I mean,
and I don't know if it's gonna be Forspoken because Forspoken's supposed to make it to Xbox.
That's what I'm saying. The majority of the games, there's like maybe one or two like platform exclusives nowadays, and more times than not, like the system that you have, like you don't really care about the platform exclusive on the other system, so it's just like, okay, whatever. Yeah. I'll just miss. I'll see it when I see it, or I'll get it. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, like
there was a time when PlayStation, I could easily sell them because they had so many exclusives that you could only play on their system. So we had, in the time of like Nier Automata, that was an exclusive. You couldn't play that game unless you had a PlayStation. And then when they started going to Xbox, I was like, well, it doesn't matter now. So it's like the line is blurred, and PlayStation 5 is hard to get still. I was out of the country and I saw like a stack of Xboxes. Like they were just there. And I was like, well, you guys have the PlayStation 5?
Xbox
like, well,
Series
no,
S or X?
X. I was just like, wow. Like they're just sitting, like there's just a big stack of them just sitting there. And I'm like, it doesn't make sense that I can't get one, but I can get the other one so easily.
Yeah.
So PlayStation 5, they're still hard to get, you say?
Yeah, there's people that want them that still can't get them.
I don't want to do
this again.
if you really want a PlayStation,
yeah,
I feel
if you really want one, you can pay like a premium.
No, you don't have to pay a premium. You just have to You just have
Walmart, because Walmart does.
They drop them every
So I could have I went to Walmart.com like 2 days ago,
and it was there,
and it was like add to cart.
Yeah. So it's not.
It wasn't sold out. And Verizon sent me an email. Like Verizon sent me an email saying, "Hey, do you want a PlayStation? There's a special offer."
Yeah.
So I feel
like
if
you want it, you
really
can
wanted a PlayStation, they can get it. Maybe not in the store, but definitely online.
Because they send emails for the PlayStation Direct all the time, like they're on sale. PlayStation Direct, go get one if you want one. So, I don't buy that they're not readily available to get if you want one. And even this is not a topic, but I saw it because we talked about PlayStation. Like another thing that's dropping in February is this the PlayStation VR 2. I don't know. Yeah, you sound sad about that, Lawrence. I know VR is your thing.
It is, but VR is outside of the price point that I think it should be for what it's providing.
What's the price point that you think it should be?
The prices that it was when I started. So like when I started, the Oculus was like $500. The Vive was like 600. Now it's like $1,600 for some of these sets.
No.
The PS1 is like $550, I think.
It's it's $550.
For the PlayStation VR is a bit special. So I need to do a little bit more research about the VR 2. If they got rid of the wires and that stupid there's a bad light bleed on that one, on the V1. But if they got rid of that, I don't know. I don't know a lot about the VR2, so I can't speak directly about that one. I'm talking about all these other ones. Like they are getting crazy expensive.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I'm looking this like it looks wireless to me, or at least a handheld. There's like a wire in the back, but I don't know if that's a charger. I don't know. I jumped the gun a bit on this because this is kind of what my back order thing is. So just forget I said this, and we can move on to the next thing. I just saw it. I'm like, oh yeah,
jumping topics. But I mean, but with that, like, since we're on the topic of VR, it's a little bit of a sidetrack. But have y'all seen the show The Peripheral?
Nope.
It's a new show.
I've seen it. I haven't seen it though.
Yeah, it's a new show on I think it's Prime Video.
Amazon. Yeah.
It's essentially about like this girl who has who got mailed essentially a random VR set, and then she puts it on her brain, and then it's not like connected to like a TV. It's like she's transported to a whole nother world, and she's like in kind of a real life sim in a different world. So I think, Lawrence, you might possibly be into that because it's kind of like what the future of VR is.
Whenever they let us start experimenting on brains, that's because you have to be able to like input the brain, like you gotta
have it like attached to it and have like pins.
Not like attached, but like there's a frequency somewhere that might do something that makes you feel a certain way. Put you in a dream state, control your dream, put you all in space.
Have y'all did that before? Control your dream? Like dream walk?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember being chased by Jason, and then like in the middle of running away, I realized like, wait a minute, I'm in a dream, and then I started chasing Jason. It was cool.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, if people who are out there who are into like VR and like what the future could potentially be in that space, definitely check out The Peripheral. I think it's like 4 episodes so far.
This is not
so it's still pretty early, but it's interesting. It's interesting. I recommend. So we still got to go through the backlog segment and our question of the week. So I'm gonna cut these other topics out, Lawrence.
Okay.
And then we talk about it at the next episode. But going and jumping to the backlog segment. Let's jump to Lawrence. Lawrence, what game should people add to the backlog this time around?
So the game that people should add to their backlog if they have not played it yet is Cuphead.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I watched a lot of videos on it. I was like, oh, that game looks like fun, and I actually bought it before I took my trip because I needed something like quick and easy. It was on sale. And
I don't know if it's quick and easy because I think people get pissed off that
it's pretty hard. It's
well,
a hard game.
Yeah. Like cartoony made me think quick and easy.
Oh.
But it's a pretty fun game. I beat like the first island and a half, but that game is like it doesn't care.
No.
It doesn't care about anything.
I'm afraid to play it.
It's like, it's like you feel like it cheated, but it's like, no, you just messed up.
Yeah,
like,
I haven't played it just for that reason because I heard it's like frustratingly, like I play games to have fun, not to be angry, and I feel like that would piss me off.
But that game actually, it's helping bring me back into like bring my dexterity back. So I'm like, I'm getting ready for the fighting games that are coming up.
Okay. Yeah. You should play like more. You don't play a lot of PvP. Like you do more like solo player stuff. But I think like PvP games help with your reaction time and dexterity because you got to react to what the other person is doing that you don't know what they're gonna do. Like all those games is pretty much scripted, so you know, okay, you got to jump at this time, move at this time. So
back when I played Destiny, like running through the Crucible, I used to
Mhm.
scream. Like I had some good runs. Like when I had bad days, I felt bad for the people in the Crucible. I was like, I've never been as accurate as on those days when I was pissed off. Like I was one shot, poof, poof, just running through people. I was like, these are not real people. There's no way.
Oh my gosh. I mean, going back to the peripheral, like, are these real people, or are they simulations? Exactly.
Does Destiny have like? Does Destiny have
Like
placeholders?
bots? No.
Oh yeah.
No.
So I was murking somebody's little kids. Like,
But it is skill based. So if you haven't played a lot, or if you're new, then they match you with newer people too. That's what it is. So it's skill based matchmaking. So you're playing new people, or you're playing like 5-year-olds that are trash if you just start out.
but I wouldn't just start. Like I was pretty good because when it first came out, I was playing it. I was there. I was in it, and like I was good.
Yeah, because that's the beginning when you first started. Everybody, like, you were just playing with everybody else that just started. Because it was out for a while when you first got on it. So you were playing with like a whole bunch of other brand newbies.
Brand Nubians.
Like I can if you have it, I can you can download it. I can bring you in my lobby and see how you match up. It's not gonna be pretty, I'll tell you that. Damn, man. I'm going against like freaking streamers and stuff. Get on my nerves. Like you should not be able to snipe me mid-air around the corner while I'm in my invisible dodge. Like that shouldn't be able to happen.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't be able to get a headshot. Yeah, 360 no scope, man.
You made on somebody's highlight reel.
Yeah, I've been clipped so many daggone time, man.
That's actually one of my fears about like those kinds of games. Like, watch a video and watch someone else. Like, watch how I get this guy. I just see my name come across.
That's my username right there, man. Yeah.
All right, so we got Cuphead add to the backlog. Marcus, what should we add to the backlog?
So my add to the backlog game, probably only 10% of people on Earth are going to be able to add it to the backlog, because I know a lot of people, like, I can't even add it to my backlog because I don't have it. I'm not going to be able to have it. So back to this whole VR thing, there is an NFL license, like, football game that's actually on VR. It's called NFL Pro Elite. So it's like a VR game, but you play as the quarterback. So like it's real NFL teams. Like you're just like you're Patrick Mahomes if you're on the Chiefs, or you're Justin Fields if you're on the Bears. So you are the quarterback. You can like look and read and do. You got like a little wristband audio, like a little wristband play calling thingy, and you can run, you can scramble, you can throw, you can like do all this. So I found that, like, I was looking at clips and it looked like really like fun and interesting, just being a quarterback, and you can like, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that it's like NFL license, like I thought Madden was the only game that had the NFL license. So seeing this and seeing like actual teams and actual real players and not just like numbers, that was interesting to me. So it's on like it's on the Quest, and I think it's on something else as far as like where it's at. But NFL Pro Elite, if you have VR, and if you like football, you have VR, try it out. It's only like $20 or something like that. Yeah.
My friend actually downloaded that game when I was visiting last week because his team lost. So he was like, I'm gonna download the game.
I showed him what they
show
could
how it's supposed to be done. So he like set up the perimeter and like that was the rest of his evening, just
Yeah.
All right. Cool. For me, a game that I have in my backlog that I haven't had a chance to play yet. It's a game called Bright Memory Infinite Platinum Edition.
That is the title.
And yes, it is. Yeah. This is a fast-paced first-person shooter action game that was developed by one person. One person built this entire game. And when you look at it, it's absolutely stunning game. It's visually. I haven't played it yet, so I can't tell you what the gameplay is like. But from the videos, it definitely does look like a fun game for folks who like first-person shooters. That kind of like have different elements of gameplay. Like, I definitely recommend this game. I haven't played it yet. It's in my backlog personally. I'm looking forward to playing it. So, Bright Memory Infinite Platinum Edition. Check it out. It's nice. It looks nice at least.
It looks nice. Cool. Okay. What is it on?
All right, so it is. I have it on Xbox.
Okay.
Well, let's see if it's on other things.
Xbox.
So looking at the Googles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's on everything. It's on
everything. Okay, cool.
It's on PlayStation, Nintendo, Android, iOS, Windows. Yeah.
Oh, so it's on phones and stuff too.
That's what it says. It may be lying, but right now it's a 9 out of 10 rating on Steam, and it's $20. So it's not that much.
Not that much of it.
Again, it was. Yeah. It's an indie game. Developed by one person.
And
yeah, for
Bright
$20.
Memory Ultra Plus.
Bright Memory Infinite. There was another game that came out called Bright Memory a few years ago, but this is Bright Memory Infinite.
Infinite. It's key. Infinite.
Is it made by the same person?
I would assume so. But yeah, check that out. It's on the it's on the backlog. All right, so rounding out the episode, question of the week. So I think we may have talked about this a little bit. In previous episodes, but I want to bring it back up because 2023 is looking like a pretty heavy hitting year for games. So, question of the week is, what is your most anticipated game of 2023? What's that one game that you just can't wait to launch and play in 2023? Who wants to take it? Anybody can take it. And if nobody takes it, I'll go first. But jump in.
Well, so I'm definitely excited about Octopath Traveler 2. So Octopath, the first one, it was great story, lots of great character development. It's 2D, it's kind of 3D. So Square Enix is really, really good at that genre of game, and I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with this next installment. They're trying to add a bunch of new things, try to push the line a little bit. I think it's 8 new characters, so I want to see what they do different, or if they try to keep things the same.
Okay. So Octopath Traveler 2, the most anticipated game of 2023.
It would be interesting if they weaved in some of the old characters for, like, you know, cameos, or like if they did the thing that we all wish for. Oh, you have this save file, let's, you know, do something different since you played the game before, like that. I'm looking for games like that.
Didn't finish the first one, right? I mean, finished it, but your goal was to go through each individual person.
Yeah, and I've only done like 3, so there's like 5 left.
Quick math, that adds up. 3 plus 5, yes, 8. Octo.
And then I still have all those like side thing, because there's extra stuff you can do outside of the storyline. So you can go get like superpowers, and like there's secret bosses. So I'm gonna keep playing it until I finish it. Yeah, it's like that's a quick in and out. Like, you don't have to remember anything. It's turn based.
No, because you've been saying that for a year. You still been on this third character for this whole time. So,
yeah, because I'm trying. I was doing like the side stuff, so you're not rolling credits while you're going to fight side bosses.
When was the last time you played the Octopath Traveler?
Before I left.
Okay.
So,
okay. All right. Never mind. Okay. Okay. That's not too crazy. Okay. Because if you would have said like March, I was like, see?
Like, nada.
Nah.
Nah.
All right, Marcus, what's your most anticipated game for 2023? What's that one game?
It's hard to say. I'm just gonna go like first quarter because I'm pretty sure there's stuff that's gonna come out that I don't know what's gonna come out, or I don't know when exactly it's gonna come out. So I'm just gonna go my most anticipated game of the first quarter that I can actually see over the horizon, and of course, shocker, Destiny Lightfall.
All right.
Comes out February 28th. So that's what I was talking about. My runway for Deathloop. I got the whole month of February because in my PlayStation just turned off. Crap, rest mode. Yeah. So once like there's a new thing that comes out in December, so I'll finish that pretty much December, January. So January, February, I'm gonna have nothing to do, so that's that runway for Destiny.
Do you have a season pass for Destiny, and like you just get it, or you like buy each of them?
Yeah, I have a season. Well, I didn't plan on getting the season pass, but it was purchased for me on my birthday because my cousin was here and he was playing my PlayStation, and I left to do something, and he bought the season pass while he was playing on my whatever. It's a whole other story. But yeah, I have the season pass, not intentionally. But yeah, once you have the season pass, you just get all the new little things that come out every month or whatever, or every quarter. But yeah, Lightfall comes out February 28th. It's like gonna conclude the whole light and dark storyline that's going on in Destiny 2 right now. After we killed the Witch Queen, and the Witch Queen, this other dude with the weird head came out and he's doing some whole other stuff with these pyramids, and then they're gonna add a new subclass. It's gonna be like a dark green sort of whippy thing. It's some crazy stuff going on. I don't know. Okay. Y'all not really, y'all don't know about the whole Destiny lore and storyline, but some crazy stuff is happening, and epic conclusion of the whole. It's not even conclusion because there's like another thing like. Whatever. I'm not getting into it. Yeah. End of the story. Yeah. Lightfall, February 28th, first quarter. That's what I'm on. Yeah.
All right. Cool. So we got Cuphead. Wait, not Cuphead. What did it say for 2023? Octopath Traveler 2. Okay, yeah. Okay. You got Octopath Traveler 2. We got Destiny. Now for me, I have to jot down a bunch of games. And then kind of do like eeny, meeny, miny, mo a little bit. So these are the games that I'm looking forward to for next year. So Diablo 4, Starfield, Redfall, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Forza Motorsport, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Street Fighter 6, and Octopath Traveler 2. So of those games, I think my most anticipated game is probably Starfield. Because I just enjoy like Bethesda games. And I'm a sucker for sci-fi. Okay. If you release a sci-fi game, like 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna likely want to play it. So Starfield is definitely my most anticipated game for next year. And it's like my hype meter is increasing. When they first announced it, my hype meter was like at a 1. Now it's probably like at a 6 or a 7, so it's still like it's still room to grow. Yeah, because I've seen some gameplay, but I haven't seen like enough gameplay. But even with that said, it's still a game that I'm like most looking forward to playing. Because sci-fi, Bethesda, first-person shooters, RPG, going to different planets. So Starfield is what I'm looking forward to.
All right, so I know we coming up on time, but I just Lawrence. So Octopath Traveler 2, right? Is it going to be a continuation of 1, or you don't know?
I don't know.
You don't know, but you're anticipating it, right? So Zelda.
If it was a 2, if it was Breath of the Wild 2, I'd be hyped for that game.
But it is going to be a continuation, though.
But they don't have to. Like, they're not bound to.
But they are, though.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but it is going to be a continuation.
They might.
No.
It's
Like the stories don't have to connect. They don't have to tell me
They do.
about the
They
sheet
are.
stuff. They don't have to fill in any gaps. They don't have to. They're
wait, time out. You talking about
Octopath
Traveler
or
or
Zelda?
Zelda?
Oh, I was talking about Zelda.
Yeah. So like Tears of the Kingdom is a continuation of Breath of the Wild.
But are they answering the questions of like who are the Sheik? Like
But
what's
what
all
does
this
that
stuff?
matter if Octopath Traveler 2 is not going to connect from 1, but that's your like why does that matter? Like I don't understand.
I like so the difference is, right, Zelda has never had a sequel. So
What does that have to do with anything?
So if it was a Breath of the Wild 2, it would have been a first, so I would have been more excited because they would have been doing something that they haven't done before. They have never had a 1 and a 2.
Yes, they have.
What was a 1 and a 2?
Zelda and Zelda 2, Adventure of Link. There's a Zelda 2.
There's a what?
There's a Zelda 2.
Let me...
The OG Nintendo.
The OG Nintendo. There's a Zelda 2. Yeah, get your Googles on. There's a Zelda 2.
Yeah. Wow.
So, to that you say,
Bull.
Wait, what?
Oh, let's see.
Wait, you think it's made up?
Because this game looks terrible.
Nobody
It
said
came
it
out
had to
in,
be
like-
good.
what year did it come out? It's old. What do you
It
mean
looks
it's
like
terrible?
Ghosts and Goblins. You remember that game, Ghosts and Goblins?
Yeah, it's
Side-scroller.
old.
It's a classic. What do you mean?
It's a classic.
It came out in 1987. What is it supposed to look like?
Well, I stand corrected. There was a Zelda 2.
And you can play it for $5.
What?
You can play it for $5 right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have a headache.
All right.
So like,
But yeah,
I'm just,
I mean,
all right.
But yeah, like, it's a difference when things are like, okay, so for example, Xenoblade, right? There's a 1, there's a 2, and even though they have nothing to do with each other, like there's pieces in it, like little Easter eggs. Like,
so are
if you
you?
played this game, then you know about this. Like, you don't have. I was excited because I was expecting a 2.
So are you hooked up? Are you hooked on the title?
A little. Like, I want to know more about the story before I can say, all right, I'm into it. Like,
Because like they've said that Tears of the Kingdom is a continuation of Breath of the Wild, so it's essentially a sequel. It's like
Hey,
where you left off on in Breath of the Wild with killing folks.
I'm saying all this for
Like,
controversy. I'm gonna buy the game. Like, it's.
No, I was just
I'm gonna buy it.
trying to rationale your whole like Octopath Traveler 2, and I'm looking forward to it because it's 2, but it doesn't have
Yeah,
any,
like-
you don't know anything about that. Anything.
No.
But that's your most okay. All right.
Like the games I like are usually a number, like Persona 5. Like, it's a number, and I don't know.
All right, that's it.
I have no more
Yeah, that's
words.
it. I'm not.
Yeah,
that's
we
it.
can. Let's close it out. Let's close it out there on that note. Lawrence, what's going on?
Lots of cool things are going on, but until they're done, no point in talking about them anymore.
Okay,
All right.
Marcus, what's going on?
Nothing. I'm about to hop on Apex right now.
There we go.
It's a new season, new character, new map. So
Yeah.
just trying to figure out where to drop to get the best loot and try not to get shot in the head.
That works.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And this is Bryce. This is ECYRB on your favorite consoles, particularly Xbox. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube, and then also, for those who don't know, we are also on Spotify. So for those who are on Spotify, definitely feel free to check us out there as well. And with that,
we're on Google Podcasts, and we're also on the Apple Podcast as well. So,
all right, there we go. So wherever your favorite podcast is,
we
we're
need to make
there.
a link tree.
mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, for Lawrence, for Marcus, for Bryce, this has been the latest episode of the Good Games and Good Drinks podcast, and we'll see you next time.